Now let's try another log injection payload. I will again use the same endpoint and use carriage return first, %0d, and then use one of the previous attack payloads. But this time I will replace the message with a JavaScript function. So my purpose here is to add a JavaScript code into the logs to steal session cookie and run this code when some authenticated admin user view the logs. To make this attack works, first I need to change application YAML of SQL injection and set server servlet session cookie HTTP only parameter to false. Please do not do this in production if you don't have a strong reason to do that. The default value for HTTP only configuration parameter is true, and it prevents stealing session cookie through JavaScript. I am changing this to HTTP only false to demonstrate the JavaScript code attack with log injection. Second, I will start the attacker application. So as you see, this application runs on port 8999 and has hack logs data endpoint that expects a query parameter named cookie. Let's start the SQL injection application. Now, as an attacker that logged into the system using username user1, I will try to steal an admin session. And since I figured out I can do log injection, I will add a JavaScript script tag into my attack payload. Let's first get a successful log message. Adjust the time by increasing the minutes. And then use document write function inside the script tag. And include a very small image with width equals to 1 and also height equals to 1. And then with a source attribute that points to my attacker website localhost 8999 with URI hack logs data. And as the cookie parameter, I will pass document.cookie, which returns the authenticated user's session cookie using JavaScript. So if I URL encode this part and paste it after carriage return %0d, I will see that the script tag is logged in the console. As well as in the log file under SQL injection logs folder. Remember that this log file is configured with logback.xml to create the log file in this folder. And I specify the log file to read and show to admin user in application YAML configuration file with the log file path property. And this source of the image refers to the attacker's website endpoint. And again, here in the log data method, I read the log files, reading it from the application configuration. And show it on the log data HTML using the model attribute log underscore data. So if I have a log viewer that allows to run this JavaScript, it will send the authenticated user's session cookie to the attacker website, and this will happen without user noticing because it uses a very small image that the user cannot recognize it. As you remember, the image has width 1 and height 1. This is an example of stored XSS attack that allows running a JavaScript function on browser. However, the initial attack comes from the log injection vulnerability resides in our application, and the attack payload is already saved to the file, which will be shown to the admin user later. In the next lecture, I will log in with admin user and view the logs. That includes a XSS attack, which is originated from the log injection attack. Let's see how dangerous a log injection can become. So I will see you in the next lecture.